okay, is far beyond our expectation.
It's the safest way of owning a house.
My mouth is full of appreciation to Federal Mortgage Bank.
A very good evening to you and welcome to another episode of Everyone Deserves a Home, your window into the activities of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria as it makes efforts towards providing decent and affordable homes and mortgages for Nigerians. I am Zulaihat Belugubir, your regular host. The Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria aims at providing affordable houses for its contributors. It does not only end there, as it seeks to ensure a seamless process for homeowners, while also providing employment opportunities amongst other benefits for average Nigerians through its projects. Our focus in this edition of the program will be on the mass housing project funded by the FMBN for its contributors, and later on, we'll bring you the story of another beneficiary of the NHF scheme to motivate you into giving the scheme a trial. Join me after this timeout for the full package of the program.
The latest couple in town.
Good day, sir.
How are you? Oh, sit down.
Thank you, sir.
Drinks?
No, we're fine, sir.
How was the moon experience?
It was quite an experience.
How about house?
We are renting at the moment, but we intend to save enough to own our own house, right?
Why not avoid all those Shylock landlords and own a house upfront with the average income and cost of building houses today in Nigeria? Mortgage is the best option. No sweat. I tell you what, that was how I got my first house, and I've never regretted it.
To make good homes, and by implication a good society, an individual is expected to have an abode from which to take off and return at the end of each day. At the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, everyone deserves a home. Come join us at FMBN and let's shelter Nigeria together.
We'll begin the episode of the program, as always, with issues making the news from the Federal Mortgage Bank's diary. In the lineup, FMBN seeks partnerships in recovering its debt, just as Niger State seeks to improve partnership for housing delivery in the state. Stay with us for details of these and other stories.
The Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria has called on recovery agents to join hands with the bank and come up with strategies and feasible approaches in recovering its loans. Managing Director, Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, Madu Hamman, stated this during a courtesy visit by Nord Consults, a consulting firm working with the bank in recovering its debts. Hamman said that the bank will not relent in coming up with strategies to recover its trapped funds with its business partners.
We need to apply all forms of recovery strategies towards achieving what the bank wants to do, and that's to recover funds that are trapped with various institutions, both primary mortgage banks and real estate developers. It's something we are still reviewing our strategy on, and right now we have not actually sat down to articulate the best approach we should take, but we know that we will definitely need the services of recovery agents in achieving most of the issues we have on hand.
Speaking on behalf of Nord Consults, Abdullahi Salisu gave a brief of some of its recovery efforts for the FMBN and noted that the firm has ensured that primary mortgage banks and developers operate in compliance with the NHF Act.
We chose the option of mediating, moral suasion, cajoling, and seeing how we will be able to convince the estate development defaulters and the primary mortgage institutions to pay.
Group Head, Remedial Management Bilal Abdullahi while also speaking, gave a brief of some of the efforts the bank and its partners have made in recovering its loans. A delegation from the Niger State Urban Development Board recently paid a visit to the management of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria to discuss outstanding issues revolving around housing delivery in the state. Commissioner for Lands and Survey, Niger State, Sani Lafia, who led the delegation, appreciated the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria for its commitment in delivering houses in the state. He noted that the state government is ready to resolve all pending issues so that the bank can continue to deliver houses for citizens of the state.
Been trying to see how we'll be able to live up to our obligations, and of course, indeed, the understanding of the Federal Mortgage Bank is quite overwhelming. We sincerely appreciate that, and we hope that that understanding will continue to go on by way of supporting us to see that we perfectly and efficiently close the books.
Managing Director, Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, Madu Hamman, while speaking, stated that the bank will not relent in providing houses for its contributors all around the country. He also noted that the bank will only partner with serious organizations who are willing to join hands with the bank to deliver houses.
Our mandate is to be able to provide affordable housing for Nigerians, irrespective of where they live or what line of work they are engaged in. And we want to work with serious organizations, institutions that would want to partner with the Federal Mortgage to see that we're able to actualize this mandate.
Also speaking, Executive Director, Loans and Mortgages, Lukman Mustafa, noted the need for partners to amicably exit projects so that other projects can be enabled.
We cannot continue to put in projects that we are finding difficult to offtake. And as a result of this, I think it is very important that this meeting should be able to address the concerns so that Niger State will continue to benefit its own fair share from Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria.
Managing Director, Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, Madu Hamman, has disclosed that the bank is looking for different opportunities in the sector to enable the FMBN deliver on its mandate. He was speaking during a courtesy visit by Lotus Capital Limited, one of the partners of the bank. Hamman said that the bank will continue to pursue partnerships that will enable it continue to provide non-interest loans to its customers.
There are some products which are in the pipeline, like rent to own. The other one is the non-interest mortgage product, which was recently launched. And we will definitely want to get enough funding to be able to provide those alternative products to the market. The depth of the market is so deep that I don't think any single institution will be able to cover that. So we need the collaboration of various players within the sector to be able to achieve that.
Executive Director, Loans and Mortgages, Lukman Mustafa, then called on Lotus Capital to consider creating a non-interest primary mortgage institution for NHF contributors.
You have adequately captured the fact that we have the way we've been doing mortgage has actually excluded quite a large number of people in the past. And if we really want to capture the market very well, we need an institution that will be able to play the primary role in the non-interest mortgage sector too. So that's an area which I want Lotus Capital to look into. I'm not sure I'm aware of any other asset manager or capital private equity firm that is actually essentially non-interest focused. So on that note, I want to throw the challenge at Lotus Capital to assist in doing this for us.
Speaking earlier, Managing Director, Chief Executive, Lotus Capital, Ajara Diola, reiterated the firm's commitment to ensure the success of administering the NHF scheme.
one of the greatest wealths that most people have is their home. Most people, their greatest asset they will ever own in their house, in their life, is their home. And therefore playing a part or being part of the story of the housing sector in Nigeria and assisting to make it possible for people to have alternative options to enter into the mortgage sector is a passion and a mission of ours. It's why we've engaged with Federal Mortgage Bank in the past. Our objective has always been to explain, create awareness, if necessary train. We offered training on this specialized area to the Mortgage Bank team, and also help give advisory, chart a course on how certain things can be achieved.
If you're just joining us, you are watching Everyone Deserves a Home. Sparklight Estate, Ogun State, is one of the mass housing projects of the FMBN aimed at providing easy and affordable housing for the NHF contributors. This project has provided houses for over 200 families. Stay tuned for the details of this project.
Sparklight Gateway Estate is an FMBN-funded project. Sparklight Property and Development Company is the developer of the project. The project consists of 236 housing units of different categories.
The bank in Ogun State has been able to make inroads to reach out to contributors to the scheme, and of course they are the one benefiting it. And as you can hear from their testimonies, the bank is doing the needful, and the loans are performing as expected, equally. And that is encouraging the bank to do more.
The facility here is an estate development loan facility granted to Messrs. Sparklight Engineering Limited, and with the intention of building houses for our NHF subscribers. The houses could be in different capacity. We are building for different cadres of Nigerians. We have the low income and we have the average income. And the essence of Federal Mortgage Bank is to enable every Nigerian worker to own their own home.
The project was developed under the Estate Development Loan to meet the various housing needs of its NHF contributors.
We have about 236 units of different types. We have 2-bedroom, semi-detached, we have duplex, 4-bedroom duplex, we have 2-bedroom, we have 1-bedroom of different kind. We have high-rising at the back, towards the back end, and we have some shops, and it's a big place.
One of the major aims of this project was to enable NHF contributors become homeowners without going through stress.
The profiling process of the bank takes care of contributors who are conscious of ensuring that other subscribers to the scheme will eventually benefit from the contributions they are making during their service year.
We are looking at a scenario where people will not have to sweat. People will not have to go through on this drudgery of building, the stress of acquiring land, the stress of processing whatever documents needed for the land and things like that. And the idea of getting a land, a genuine land, sort of, because the land that is submitted for this process must have been properly verified, registered by the developer, and a lot of things that must have been done on checks, must have been done on it. So looking at this, you discover that this is just a win game for Nigerian workers and for the contributors, cadre of contributors to the National Housing Fund, to be able to have access to their own homes. You can see, if we have tried to talk to most of the subscribers there or off-takers there, you will see the joy in them, that at least we are in our homes and we are happy.
The estate has been equipped with basic infrastructure such as electricity, water, and access road. The developers ensure the delivery of quality houses.
The testimonies can be better be answered by the subscribers. But if I'm to give you an assessment, I can't give you anything less than 90% of perfection. The qualities are very good.
The project, while ongoing, was a hub of employment. This is one of the goals of the FMBN.
Talking about the number of employment generated, is we have direct employment and we have indirect employment. For direct employment, it's over 300. For indirect employment, those are the artisans, those are the that one is it cannot be less than 1,000, because a lot of, particularly for the other side that we are just doing construction, you see a lot of people working at the same time.
The project, which has since been completed, is already fully subscribed. According to the developer, they are willing to provide more houses through such scheme.
To improve transparency and accountability in managing the NHF funds, Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria has introduced *219#. *219# is a new way to know the status of your NHF contribution from anywhere. To use this service, dial *219#. Select 1 to update your contact detail. Press 2 to check your contribution status in any month up to the last 5 years. You can also use our mortgage calculator and bulletin board by selecting options 5 and 6 respectively. You can access other services by using direct shortcodes like *219*3# to retrieve your NHF number, *219*4*1# to check your last 5 transactions, and *219*4*2# to check your statement of account. No internet connection required, and it is available on all networks. *219#. Simpler, smarter, faster. Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. Everyone deserves a home.
Abdulkadir Isa was able to become a homeowner while still young and agile because of his inquisitiveness. He didn't relent on the information he had about the scheme. Today, he lives happily in his own home, and he shares this experience of how it began and how it is going now, living in his own home. Let's hear him.
The payment process is quite flawless.
It was unbelievable because I didn't know that they have such a scheme existing in Nigeria.
Is it true that I will get the house? No, why not? You met all the requirements, so we'll get it.
The joy of ownership is wonderful.
Abdulkadir Isa is the proud and happy owner of a 3-bedroom apartment at APDC Capital Estate, Day, Abuja. Thanks to the National Housing Fund scheme, his dreams of owning a home at his prime became fulfilled. His dream came true because after finding out about the scheme, he was inquisitive to find out more.
I found out a referral from a friend, and then just small inquisitive nature of mine to just dig further. And that's just, but most of the information I got online, yes, and that was how we keyed in. We spoke to 1 or 2 people, and the only option left was to go to FMBN. I met a staff, and he just gave us a guide, and he said we should get a developer first. We got a developer, and the developer gave us a PMI, and that's how we keyed in.
Abdulkadir is very excited about being a homeowner. He tells us how he feels.
Of course, it's always positive, you sleep differently, the feeling is actually different, because the burden of getting to save a lot of money for somebody called Mr. Landlord is off the hook. So it feels different, and it's actually nice. Yeah, it could be stressful, but it's better than being a tenant. Yeah.
One beauty about the arrangement is the flexibility it allows a homeowner to modify his or her house to one's taste. And for Abdulkadir, he had the chance to modify his house to his satisfaction.
I'll say it's good, but in my own case, I did carcass. So I was part of my finishing. So I supervised, and in fact, I chose what I wanted, the quality. So I can say it's okay for me because we've not had issues since I've been in the house.
The repayment, he says, is very convenient for him because of the cheap interest rate and the long span of time he has to pay off the loan.
For me, it's convenient because when you want to talk about convenience, you look at the time span, because conventional banks will not give you beyond 10 years, and stuff like that, and the rates will be high. But in this case, it's fair, and since they are using maybe your age or years of service, you can take as high as 20 years or so. So it's okay. I don't have issues with the repayment. Most especially if your total annual repayment is not up to the cost if you were renting the apartment. So it's fair. It's even a good deal for me.
His call to contributors and Nigerians is for them to show more interest, make more inquiries, and be more patient.
When you talk to people, especially civil servants, there's this negative impression about owning a house and through the NHF that it doesn't work, too cumbersome, But, from my own assessment, I just find that it's both parties will share the blame. First of all, I'll blame potential off-takers of not being keen and not wanting to just dig. Because if you listen to what people tell you, you will not key in. But if you go further, you see that it's easier than the way it's been talked about. It's about patience and just raising small monies, which is normal because the project is intensive. Now you don't get a house. A house is not like buying clothes or something. So you need some patience because definitely we know that in most cases you get to wait for months or even a year before the repayment matures and stuff like that. But it works. It's real and it works because at least I am occupying one, and I know a lot of people too that have keyed in. My friends have keyed in after, and at least they are about getting their own houses now. So it works, and we call on, I think anybody should just, if you are not comfortable with the information you have, I think you should walk to the office and get clarification.
Our question for the week is, can someone who has attained 35 years in service and does not necessarily clock 60 years of age apply for his or her NHF fund?
The law is very specific in saying that the applicants for refund must be 60 years of age, but there is another provision which also says inability to make continuous contributions to the National Housing Fund. So in a case in which somebody has attained 35 years in service but has not attained the age of 60 years, we also make that provision for a refund to that individual because he has attained the maximum working length of time, which is 35 years in service. So in that case, we oblige a request for refund in such cases.
It has been an exciting half hour going through this edition of the program. Make sure to keep a date with us again, same time, same station, next week as we bring you another exciting episode of the program, Everyone Deserves a Home. Do have a pleasant night.